Assalamu alaikum. This is Tulika Maulika Das welcoming you all to news at 10 a.m. on BTV and BTV World. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has suggested that the Commonwealth must do something befitting in memory of Her Majesty, the late Queen Elizabeth II, in remembrance of her dedicated service to the forum over the years. She made these remarks while Commonwealth Secretary-General Patricia Scotland QC paid a courtesy call on her at her place of residence in London yesterday morning, local time. The Prime Minister dubbed the late Queen as a motherly figure and recalled her personal memories with the Queen. The Secretary-General lauded Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina for her contributions to women's empowerment, child development, mental health issues, combating climate change, and the countering violent extremism. She once again appreciated the Prime Minister's leadership in successfully managing the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina responded positively to the Secretary-General's suggestion on highlighting the female leadership within the Commonwealth family on the occasion of the International Women's Day. The Bangladesh Prime Minister underscored the importance of the Commonwealth's economic development activities. Among others, Senior Foreign Secretary Masood bin Momen, Senior Secretary to the Prime Minister's Office Mohammad Tafazul Hossain Mia, and Bangladesh High Commissioner to the UK Saida Muna Tasnim were present. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has invited the UK businessmen to avail the investment opportunities prevailing in Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina made the call when Lord Karan Bilimoria of Chelsea, also President of the Confederation of British Industry CBI, paid a courtesy call on her at the latter's place of residence on the second day of her official visit to the United Kingdom. Lord Bilimoria briefed the Prime Minister about his work in support of the UK's curry industry, according to the Prime Minister press wing. The Premier flagged her government's efforts to promote vaccine development research and Bangladesh's readiness to partner with the international institutes or businesses with interest in the matter. Lord Bilimoria commended the Prime Minister for her leadership in upholding Bangladesh's founding principles and sustained economic development. Lord Bilimoria expressed interest in forging higher education partnership with Bangladesh in his capacity as the Chancellor of Birmingham University. On September 19th, she will attend the state funeral of the late Queen Elizabeth II at Westminster Abbey. In the evening, the Prime Minister is scheduled to depart London for New York by the special flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines. On September 20th, Sheikh Hasina is scheduled to attend a reception meeting hosted by UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and join the inaugural ceremony of 77th session of UNGA. At the end of the day, she will attend the reception of US President Joe Biden. On September 23rd, the Prime Minister will deliver her address at the general debate of the 77th session of the UN General Assembly. Bangladesh ranks the second position in South Asia in terms of the number of people came under the social safety net. The country ranks the 22nd place out of 40 countries in Asia and the Pacific region. Sri Lanka tops the list. International Labour Organization ILO came up with the report. Bangladesh has included 28.4% people in the social safety net. The Ministry of Social Welfare is executing 45% activities of 54 programs involving the social safety net. Of the programs, 23 are allowance related. Experts said this success of Bangladesh came due to giving allowance under social safety net, income generating training, and conducting vaccination programs. Many countries face challenges over execution of social safety net programs due to the coronavirus pandemic, but the current government of Bangladesh gave top priority on expansion of the social safety net so that people can face the concussions of the coronavirus pandemic. Bangladesh introduced a national social safety policy in 2015. Appreciation of living standard during Pakistan regime by BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir simply objectionable, while the world praises Bangladesh's remarkable development progress and achievements. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir said this in a statement in Dhaka yesterday. Responding to the speech of BNP Secretary General that the Pakistan period was better than now in Bangladesh, Obaidul Qadir said it reveals the anti-Bangladesh stance of BNP. In this statement, the Awami League General Secretary said no one can make such remarks who believes country's independence that go against the spirit of the liberation war. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir said such comments of leadership of the BNP prove that they still want to introduce the Pakistan-style politics. The Awami League General Secretary said the parliament and mass media of Pakistan are appreciating Bangladesh's rising economy, whereas Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir is shamelessly advocating in favors of Pakistan. Obaidul Qadir said such a speech of BNP Secretary General is not only tantamount to sedition but also betrayal to the blood of 30 million martyrs of the liberation war. Information and Broadcasting Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said Mirza Fakhrul's speech proved that BNP bear the ideology of Pakistan in their heart. He said Mirza Fakhrul disclosed their real spirit and beliefs in his speech. Dr. Hassan Mahmood said this at a press briefing organized in Chattogram Circuit House yesterday. The press briefing was organized protesting the comments Pakistan was better than Bangladesh made by BNP Secretary General on Thursday last. Dr. Hassan Mahmood said Mirza Fakhrul's comment proved that BNP do not believe in independence and sovereignty of Bangladesh. He said Bangladesh crossed Pakistan on 2015 in different indices including economy, human development, social and health sector. Pakistan Prime Minister himself praised the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina for remarkable progress in Bangladesh. Replying to a query, Dr. Hassan Mahmood said there is no barrier against BNP's peaceful movement.
আমি অত্যন্ত আশ্চর্য হলাম গতকাল মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব যে কথাটি বলেছেন যে পাকিস্তানেই ভালো ছিল। তার বক্তব্যের সারমর্ম হচ্ছে পাকিস্তানেই ভালো ছিল। তারা যে বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতা সার্বভৌমত্বে বিশ্বাস করে না, আমরা এতদিন ধরে যে কথা বলে আসছিলাম, এবং তারা যে হৃদয়ে পাকিস্তানকেই লালন করে, মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব, তার নেত্রী বেগম খালেদা জিয়া এবং তার দল যে হৃদয়ে পাকিস্তানকেই যে লালন করে, সেটি মুখ ফসকে গতকাল তার মুখ দিয়ে বেরিয়ে এসছে। আমরা অর্থনৈতিক সূচক, মানব উন্নয়ন সূচক, সামাজিক সূচক, স্বাস্থ্য সূচক, সমস্ত সূচকে আমরা পাকিস্তানকে 2015 সালে অতিক্রম করেছি। আমাদের মাথাপিছু আয় পাকিস্তানের চেয়ে তো অনেক বেশি বটেই, এবং ভারতের চেয়েও বেশি। এবং দারিদ্র্যসীমার হার বাংলাদেশে একসময় 41% ছিল আমরা সরকার গঠন করার আগে, 2009 সালে সরকার গঠন করার আগে। এখন সেটি 20% নেমেছে। পাকিস্তানের সাবেক প্রধানমন্ত্রী, বর্তমান প্রধানমন্ত্রী থেকে শুরু করে রাজনীতিবিদরা আমরা যে আজকে পাকিস্তানকে পেছনে ফেলে অনেক দূর এগিয়ে গেছি, সেটি দীর্ঘশ্বাস ফেলে তারা স্বীকার করে এবং জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বের প্রশংসা করে। বাংলাদেশ আওয়ামী লীগ চায় বিএনপি সহ সমস্ত রাজনৈতিক দল নির্বাচনে অংশগ্রহণ করুক, তারাই নির্বাচন থেকে পালিয়ে যায়। আমরা চাই তারা এই পুলিশের উপর হামলা, জনগণের উপর হামলার রাজনীতির পরিবর্তে তারা নিয়মতান্ত্রিক আন্দোলন করুক। তারা যেখানে নিয়মতান্ত্রিকভাবে সমাবেশ করে সেখানে তো কই পুলিশ কখনো বাধা দেয় না। যেখানে তারা সন্ত্রাসীদের মাঠে নামিয়েছে, পুলিশের উপর আক্রমণ পরিচালনা করছে, সেখানে পুলিশকে আত্মরক্ষার্থে ব্যবস্থা গ্রহণ করতে হয়েছে এবং জনগণও তাদের বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ গড়ে তুলেছে।
Bangladesh has reported 2 more COVID-19 deaths in the last 24 hours. The Directorate General of Health Services, in its routine daily statement, said the country reported 363 COVID-19 positive cases as 3,340 samples were tested in the last 24 hours. Corona infection rate was reported 10.87%. 260 patients were recovered during last 24 hours. The statement said the death toll has risen to 29,339 from coronavirus. The tally of infections has risen to 20,16,946 and the recovery count rose to 19,60,047. Now, international news. Almost 30 people have been reported killed and dozens injured in clashes on Kyrgyzstan-Tajikistan border. Fighting regularly flares up between the two former Soviet states whose border has been disputed since the collapse of the USSR. A fresh skirmish which began earlier in the week continued on Friday despite the two countries agreeing a ceasefire. Both sides blame the other for beginning the violence and breaching the ceasefire. Some 24 people in Kyrgyzstan have so far been killed, the Kyrgyz Health Ministry said on Friday. Earlier reports from Tajikistan said at least 3 people had been killed. There, almost 20,000 people have fled their homes to avoid the violence, a regional branch of the Red Cross reported. In a pine forest at the edge of Izium, the stench of death filled the air as a mass exhumation got under the way. The earth is giving up its secrets. Ukrainian officials believe war crimes have been committed, which they are determined to document. Around 100 Ukrainian emergency service workers wearing blue plastic covering dug into the earth, opening makeshift graves. They are trying to establish the cause of death of hundreds of people buried in a forest at the edge of the city recently liberated by advancing Ukrainian forces. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We request you to follow health guidelines. Wear mask and stay safe from Corona. Khuda Hafiz.